with rope systems and eventually pulled that man up from the ground there. This all played out, again, a cliff in North Stonington on Lantern Hill Trail around 11:30 yesterday morning. Now, rescuers came in with, again, a series of ropes, and eventually a Lifestar helicopter crew transported the victim to a local hospital. We do not know his current condition, but it is a situation that we continue to monitor, and we'll have much more on this story as it develops. I also want to tell you about some brand new information we have about two shootings that happened in New Haven Saturday night. Investigators have confirmed the first shooting happened on Winthrop Avenue, and then a couple of hours later, there was a second shooting right near the intersection of Clay Street and Maltby Place. Now, police said the victims involved in these shootings, fortunately, both are expected to survive their injuries, but the shooters are still on the run right now. Police have not announced any arrests or any information about a possible suspect. Also now, I want to take you out to Trumbull, where there's been a big brush fire that played out. You can see the images on your screen. So multiple fire departments rushed out to deal with this situation in the Aquarian Water Company property, which is right along the Trumbull-Easton border. Once they arrived, as you can see, firefighters were met with massive flames there into that area. Firefighters from multiple departments battled these flames for about 3 hours. You can take a look, another shot here of that fire. Eventually, they were able to control that situation. That is the good news. Significant damage to the brush in that area. Nearly 30 firefighters responded, and again, finally were able to get that fire under control. So a great job by our emergency responders in that area of the state. All right, I also want to tell you about another developing story that's going on right now. Shelton Animal Control is looking for information after someone found a dead dog in a duffel bag in Derby. Just a horrible situation here. Investigators looking into this situation. They found the dog's remains in a building on 6th Street in Derby. We're told that the animal was an unneutered male mixed breed, believed to be at least part pit bull and part Boston Terrier, also part French bulldog. And so at this point, police want to get information, hopefully from the general public, about this situation. Again, that dog was found stuffed into a duffel bag. Just a terrible situation there in Derby. And again, that information coming from Shelton Animal Control. Also, this is a big story that we've been telling you about over the last few days, and that is that if you normally are someone who rides on the Hartford line for either Amtrak or CT Rail, we can tell you that starting this morning, and I'm sorry about that sound there, we've been told that this morning, you are going to have to hop on a bus if you normally take the Amtrak train between New Haven and Springfield, Mass. Also, if you normally catch a CT rail, you'll have to hop on a bus between Hartford as well as Springfield, Mass. And the reason this is happening is because they're doing some improvements to the rails in that area of our state. So the bottom line is the buses are still going to make all of the normal train stops. However, travelers could be delayed because of traffic issues, which is obviously something that folks don't have to deal with when they are riding the rail. So again, you could be facing delays if you are riding on the Hartford line between New Haven and Springfield, Mass. On Amtrak, and Hartford and Springfield, Mass. if you have to catch a train in that area. Instead, you're going to have to catch a bus. All right, another programming note that we really want to let you know about, and that is that we have our big UConn women's basketball pregame show today. That's right, at 11:30. So the Huskies are taking on Ohio State at noon at a big matchup at People's Bank Arena in Hartford. They're undefeated on the season. They're obviously the defending national champs. And our own Aaron Connolly and Joe Zone will take you through all the action until tip-off at noon. Again, the show begins 11:30 on the Wax. You can also stream it live on WFSB+. So a lot going on here in our great state, and we're going to cover all of the action, all of the developing stories that are going on right here at the digital desk and on the air starting tonight. So hope you have a fantastic Sunday, everybody, and we'll see you real soon here on Channel 3.